Hello, this is Dr. Do again. This video is outside of medicine. Continue to read the Iliad by Homer. I'm going to continue to read. There they settled, conferring among themselves, till the noble horseman opened with his plan. My friends, isn't there one man among us here so sure of himself, his soldier's nerve and pluck, he'd infiltrate these overreaching Trojans? Perhaps he'd seize a straggler among the foe, or catch some rumor floating along their lines. What plans are they mapping? The maneuvers next? Are they bent on holding tight by the ships exposed? Or heading home to Troy now they've trounced our armies? If a man could gather that, then make it back unharmed, why, what glory he'd gain across the whole wide earth in the eyes of every man, and what a gift he'd win! All the lords who command the ships of battle, each and every one will give him a black owl, suckling a young lamb. No prizes for honor like it. They'll ask that man to every feast and revel. So Nestor proposed. All ranks held their peace. But Diomedes, lord of the war cry, spoke up briskly. Nestor, the mission steers my fighting blood. I'll slip right into enemy lines at once. These Trojans camped at our flank. If another comrade would escort me, though, there'll be more comfort in it, confidence too. When two work side by side, one or the other spots the opening first if a kill's at hand. When one looks out for himself, alert but alone, his reach is shorter, his sly moves miss the mark. At that a crowd volunteered to go with Diomedes. The two Aeantes, old campaigners, volunteered. Meriones volunteered, and Nestor's son leaped up, and Menelaus, the famous spearman, volunteered, and battle-hardened Odysseus too, to foray into the Trojans' units camped for the night. Odysseus' blood was always up for exploit, but King Agamemnon interceded quickly. Diomedes, soldier after my own heart, pick your comrade now, whomever you want. The best of the volunteers, how many long to go, but no false respect. Do not pass over the better man and pick the worst. Do not bow to a soldier's rank, the eye to his birth, even if he is more kingly. He suddenly feared for red-haired Menelaus, but Diomedes, strong with the war cry, answered, Is that an order? Pick my own comrade? Then how could I pass up royal Odysseus here? His heart so game, his fighting edge is so keen, the best of us all in every combat mission. Athena loves the man. With him at my side, we'd go through fire and make it back alive. No one excels the mastermind of battle. But much enduring Odysseus cut him short. Not too long on the praise. Do not fault me either. You are talking to Argive men who know my record. Let's move out. The night is well on its way, and day breaks near. The stars go wheeling by. The fall of the dark is gone. 2 watches down, but the third still ours for action. On that note, both men, harnessed up in the grim gear of war, Thrasymedes, staunch in combat, handed Tydeus' son the 2-edged sword. He'd left his own at the ship, a shield too, and over his head he set a helmet, bull's hide, bare of rage, and the crest of a skull cap, and so it is called, and made to protect the heads of tough, young-blooded fighters. Meriones gave Odysseus bow, quiver, and sword, and over his head he set a helmet made of leather. Inside it was criss-crossed taut, with many thorns. Outside, the gleaming teeth of a white-tusked boar ran round and round in rows, stitched neat and tight. A master craftsman work. The cap in its center pandered soft with felt. The wolf himself, Autolycus, lifted the splendid headgear out of Iliad once. He stole it from Almena's son Aminator years ago, breaching his sturdy palace walls one night, then passed it on to Amphidamas, Cythera-born, Scandia bound. Amphidamas gave it to Mohas, a guest gift once that Molus gave Meriones, his son, to wear in battle, and now it encased Odysseus' head, snug around his brows. And so, both harnessed up in the grim gear of war, the two men moved out, leaving behind them all the captains clustered on the spot. Athena winged a heron close to their path, and veering right, neither man could see it. Scanning the dark night, they only heard his cry. Glad for the lucky sign, Odysseus prayed to Pallas, "Hear me, daughter of Zeus, whose shield is thunder, standing by me always in every combat mission. No maneuver of mine slips by you now again. Give me your best support. Athena, comrade, grant our return in glory back to the warships, once we've done some feat that brings the Trojans pain." Next, Diomedes, lord of the war, prayed aloud, "Hear me too, daughter of Zeus, tireless goddess. Be with me now, just as you went with father, veteran Tydeus, into Thebes that day. He ran ahead of the Argives with his message. He left his armored men along the Asopus banks and carried a peaceful word to Theban cohorts crowded in their halls, but turning back, he bent to some grand and grisly work with you, goddess, and you stood by him then, a steadfast ally. So come, stand by me now, protect me now. I will make you a sacrifice, a yearling heifer, broad in the brow, unbroken, never yoked by man. I will offer it up to you. I will sheath its horns in gold." Their prayers rose, and Pallas Athena heard them. Once they appealed to Zeus' mighty daughter. Into the black night they went like two lions, stalking through the carnage and the corpses, throughout piles of armors and black pools of blood. But no sleep for the headstrong Trojans either. Hector would not permit it. He summoned all his chiefs to a council of war, all Trojans' lord and captains, mastering them the launches, his own crafty plan. I'm going to stop here today and continue next time. Thank you for watching.